We have another terror attack in Paris. In this case, it was a lone gunman who killed a police officer who was then killed as he was fleeing from the scene. It is being called an act of terrorism. The full investigation will likely prove that there are some connections, as ISIS has already claimed responsibility. The new elections that are going to be held in Britain could have some wide-ranging results across all of the European Union, as right now they're saying, the EU is saying, that they would welcome the UK back if voters overturn Brexit. In other words, if they put in a new government that wants to stay, even though Article 50 has already been invoked. Russia's Supreme Court has now officially banned Jehovah's Witnesses as an extremist organization, and furthermore, they have confiscated all of their property. The United States has apparently abolished the nuclear deal with Iran, and a number of experts around the world are suggesting that this could lead directly to war. Part of the issue is that Rex Tillerson said that it is the lack of oversight of the situation in Iran that led to the same kind of situation in North Korea that has led to the current tense situation, is why they are saying that they are no longer going to do dialogue and negotiation. They're going to do hard line, forcing Iran out of being a nuclear country. Meanwhile, a Russian expert is urging all countries around the world to tighten security at civilian nuclear facilities, as they are likely to be terror targets. That USF's fugitive's teacher that ran off with a 15-year-old girl has been captured, and she has been freed. At this point, a lot of the details as to how that all came about, not entirely clear. However, it was a full month on the run. Once again, the girl is back with her family. That teacher is behind bars. The Kremlin is advising the public to beware of anonymous sources on the U.S. election conspiracy theories, noting that 7 anonymous sources are nowhere near as good as one real source. It's part of the issue here, these claims of there being some kind of conspiracy for the Kremlin to hack the U.S. elections. The only reports that have been made have been from anonymous sources, and in fact 7 anonymous sources. In Pakistan, the court has ruled that there's insufficient evidence to remove Sharif from power. However, they have asked for a further investigation. And Moscow is now demanding an explanation of how the White Helmets, that's the group from the OPCW, that's the chemical weapons investigators, how on earth it was seen that they were walking around in an area without protective gear on, if in fact that was sarin gas. They pointed out that the White Helmets managed to take 4 months to conclude that mustard gas was used in an attack back last year, 2016, maybe it was early 2015. But they were able to come up with a conclusive proof that it was sarin in a matter of 2 days, which of course then led to the United States making a missile strike on Syria. The UN Security Council is warning North Korea to stop nuclear tests or else there will be supreme sanctions. Meanwhile, Russia has moved troops and equipment to the North Korean border as Kim Jong-un warns of a, quote, super mighty preemptive strike. And China has also deployed fighter jets in drills right there near the North Korean border. A weird detail about Aaron Hernandez's suicide, apparently he had John 3:16 written on his forehead, at least just the reference. His family wants his brain released for study, as they believe that it may have been all of the blows to the head that led to his actions. Ann Coulter had her speech at Berkeley canceled. She vowed to speak anyway. She said, what are they going to do? Arrest me? Now Berkeley has reversed their stance. That's going to be the subject of my commentary today. And lastly, with all of the worry about North Korea and China and Russia and Iran, a new study shows that an asteroid hitting the Earth is much more likely to destroy all life as we know it. On that happy thought, have a great weekend. Check me out at radiofreespeech.com. Tell your friends.